I'm here with Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Dan, a historic day here at Ohio State. Urban Meyer announcing his retirement and Ryan Day stepping into those shoes. Of course, he had those 3 games of experience, but it's pretty substantial that they've never had a head coach here that didn't previously have head coaching experience since 1946. How much do you think those 3 games played a factor?
Well, I think they played a huge factor because I think, as Urban Meyer talked about today, he already knew going into this season that Ryan Day had the potential to be a great head coach in the future. And that was why he was selected to be the acting head coach. But I think for him to come in August and September and really do the great job that he did to keep everything on track, to start the season 3-0, to really manage a very, very difficult situation and do it very smoothly. I think that really solidified him as the guy who is going to be the future of his program, and now the future's here. So now, it's a huge seat to jump into. You look at someone like Urban Meyer. He came here having already won 2 national championships. Ryan Day's completely unproven, but I think there's so much belief from Urban Meyer, from Gene Smith, and from everyone in this university, in this athletic department, that he's the right man for the job, that he can keep this program among college football's elite.
We know that Urban Meyer's health played a factor in this decision, but he mentioned the recruits, how important they were to him when they were asking him if he would be around for the next 4 or 5 years. How much do you think early signing day played a factor in his decision and timing?
I think it absolutely played a factor in the timing being right now, because the early signing period is coming up in just 3 weeks, and really Ohio State really started its final recruiting push yesterday because they were playing in the Big Ten championship game. They actually kind of lost a week of recruiting, but these next 3 weeks are incredibly important for Ohio State to go make visits, to go recruit, and I think that made it especially important for Ohio State to have a firm plan for its future in place, because there's no question recruits have been asking questions. What's going to happen next? And I don't think they wanted to get into a situation where they signed guys on early signing period and then change a coach, because that's always a messy situation, and I think Ohio State should be commended for not doing that. But I think that it was important for them to make this move right now. I think you look back to when he was at Florida, it's similar timing there, so I don't think it's a huge shock that it comes now, but I think really it's just a matter of getting the ball rolling on the recruiting trail, that Urban Meyer is going to coach this last month, but they need to know that going forward to 2019, Ryan Day is their man.
And looking ahead, how much do you think Urban Meyer will be helping out? They mentioned he's going to be involved. In your opinion, do you think he's going to be pretty involved, especially in the next year?
It certainly sounds like they want him to continue to have a role at this university. So I think what Ryan Day said is absolutely true. The door's always going to be open to him. He's going to be a mentor. I mean, you talk about you're a first-year head coach. You want all the help you can get, and there aren't a lot of people who have had more success as college football coaches than Urban Meyer. So I absolutely think that Urban Meyer will be as involved as he wants to be. What exactly that role is, I'm sure we'll find out here in the coming days and weeks, but I do think that as long as Urban Meyer wants to be a part of this program, there's going to be a role for him, much like we've seen in past years of coaches like John Cooper and Old Bruce, if they've continued to stay around the program. I think Urban Meyer wants to stay in Columbus, and I think there's a very good chance that he could continue to have a similar kind of role, not as an official coach, not out there recruiting, but as kind of a consultant, as kind of somebody that Ryan Day and the other coaches on staff to go to for advice and things that they might need.